Do you ever feel like you're just trying to stick to things but nothing really changes? You say you want to improve. You try your absolute best to stay motivated, but deep down, you are painfully aware of the fact that you're still dragging around the same version of you from years ago. Here's the hard truth. You can't improve something that's broken. You have to destroy it. And that is the part no one ever talks about. They'll tell you to be 1% better every single day. They'll tell you the best morning routines. But what if the person you are right now isn't worth improving? It's better to change altogether. So now just stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the fastest way to change things around. You know, most of us want to change because, well, we're just tired of feeling like average. You want to walk into a room and just feel confident. You want to stop procrastinating. You want to stop second guessing yourself and actually become the type of person that follows through with their words. You want results, you want peace, and you want power over your life. Maybe you want revenge on a person that's wasted so many years of your life, which is the old version of you. But here's the thing, change doesn't start with adding things. It starts with removing everything that's in the way. That means your habits, excuses, people, your identity, the thing that's built on validation, comfort, scrolling, overeating, overthinking, that's gonna go. But now, here's the good news. There is one brutal but insanely effective method to just get rid of that old version of you. It's something quite a lot of high performers actually do very often, but I never really hear anyone talk about it. And before you can understand what that is, I need you to ask yourself this very important question, okay? What benefits me from staying exactly the same? Just take a moment to think about that first. So remember how we mentioned a moment ago how improvement begins with removing things? Well, this is it. So let's build up on that. Because the fastest way to change and improve yourself right now is to intentionally remove things that don't need to be there. That means things will feel unnatural because they go in the completely opposite direction of what you're just so used to doing all the time. And here's a wild statistic for you, okay? Over 90% of our behaviors are automated by our identity, not our discipline. That's why it doesn't matter how many videos you watch, how many books you read, or how many planners you buy. If you still believe that you're lazy and you need all these different fixes in order to change that, you'll continue to be lazy. It's all up here. So the first step, okay, I'm gonna call this one identity starvation. You cut off habits, people, environments, and routines that redefine your old self. Just completely get rid of them. You're going to starve your old identity until a point it no longer exists. And that sounds pretty uncomfortable, doesn't it? And it's not a nice process to go through. But sometimes that's the only thing that's actually necessary and that will actually work in your favor. But that fear, that just means you're on the right path, because things that help you are supposed to feel uncomfortable. So I want to give you the exact framework, okay, that I want you to follow. And it's not just some motivational routine, okay? But I need to show you how people sabotage themselves when they actually try to build themselves. So whenever you get to that point, you don't do that to yourself. Does that sound pretty fair? If so, then listen up. So first things first, okay? People are afraid to fail. But you know what they're more afraid of? They're afraid of changing so much they don't actually recognize who they are anymore. Because let's be honest, mindful success can be pretty scary. What happens if you're so focused, so determined and disciplined to achieve your goals that your mates can't relate with you anymore in so many different ways? What happens when you stop talking and replying to people just to chase validation or to make yourself feel that a little bit better? You don't know, and that's terrifying, but that's absolutely okay, because I'm here to help you out. Large majority of people actually relapse back to their old ways after making a big change because it's just not sustainable for them. That is just how powerful your old identity actually is. And if you're not prepared for that emotional backlash, it will quite literally just drag you back exactly where you started. But there is a way around it, a way to just build yourself again from scratch. And it begins with another question, and that is by asking yourself, who do I need to become to get the life I deserve? Because the truth is, you need to become somebody that is capable of living the life that you want. Maybe your current version of you isn't ready for that, and that's okay, because you still have time. It sounds pretty simple, but it's not just a matter of visualizing your future success. or just writing down your goals in a notepad. This is about becoming the type of person where every single action leads them to their path, to their goal, to the success. It's almost like it's just automatic. Change will no longer feel forced. When something needs to change, you change. You just implement it, no questions asked. But in order to get to that point, you need to start small. You can't just go big, because that will backlash. I can assure you that. Design your day so everything has a meaning, and try to stick to that schedule the best you possibly can. But don't punish yourself if you don't manage, but just do it to the best of your ability. Speak like someone that doesn't fish for attention, and just say things with a purpose. Walk, dress, and act like someone who knows they've already leveled up. Remember, it's your identity, not your discipline. So we're trying to shape that right now. Because like we spoke about before, the reality is you can't add to yourself if you want success. You have to remove, destroy, and go again, and create a solid foundation, which and then you can build up on and add more and more. You can't start here when you're still there. Burn that old house down and build something new. Look, it's not going to be easy by any means, okay? But if you're tired of feeling stuck and you're actually serious about changing your life, then you have to do what most people aren't willing to do. And that is to abandon your old self and create someone that scares the life out of them. I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.